This is JFM Podcast.
Very pleasant morning to you out there in the city of Jos. Good morning, Jos. Good morning, Plateau State. Good morning, Nigeria. The program is Building Bridges, your number one radio advocacy show, or your number one radio advocacy program. Building Bridges is a program brought to you by Tech and Business with support from Bread for the World. My name is John Red. I am your lead advocate for today. And like always, we bring up or we come up with interesting issues to see how we can hash them out and look at possible solutions to see how this nation called Nigeria will move forward, to see how our communities and our societies will move forward. Today in the studio, we will be looking at something very interesting. Yes, it has been trending. We're looking at human rights, the limitations and the possibilities and the boundaries of human rights as to freedom of rights to expression and to right to speech. Now, if you've been following the trends, you will recall that on the 4th of June 2021, on the 5th of June, the presidency or the federal government of Nigeria had a hammer and they sledged it on, they used it on Twitter, and it has been on the front line of conversations. And for a lot of Nigerians, a lot of civil society organizations, and a lot of quotas in the society are saying, look, this is not only a ban on Twitter, it is an infringement of our human rights. First, to begin with, it is also an infringement to a lot of people who support or who use Twitter or these social media tools as a means of employment, as a means of getting their news, and also as a means of making money. Yes, a lot of people make money off Twitter. And again, a lot of people are saying, look, this is what we call dictatorship now. It is not a democratic practice. Now, we will be discussing that, and the program Building Bridges is not done by us alone in the studio. We'll be letting you part of the program, and I have with me here Barrister Godfrey Matthew, who is a household name if you've been following this program, and he's going to help us do justice to that. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, John, and good morning, listeners.
Yes, glad to have you again on this program.
My privilege and honor.
Yes. Now, before we go on, we have another segment on this program. It's called the Public Interest Corner, and today on the Public Interest Corner we are looking at travel and road safety matters. If you will recall, not if you recall, let me put it this way: there is we're in the wet season and in the rainy season, and we are aware that the speed of accidents on our roads are higher during the wet seasons, simply because of overspeeding, simply because of overloading, and again because of the wet nature of our roads. Now, I am going to send a special shout out to Mr. Bala, who is the head of education and public education, road safety. He sent us this message. Now, this is what his advice is. He is saying that as travelers and as commuters, the first thing to do when you are going out every morning, if you have a car or if you are going to join a vehicle, this is what you are supposed to do. The first is to check your waters in your vehicles. Now, it's very, very important to check the water level in your car before you, or on your vehicle before you move out. Secondly, he talked about the oil. Check your oil properly. Make sure that all your oils are in check, and if there's need to change them before you embark on any journey. Again, he said always check your tires. When you check your tires, you'll be sure to want to travel or not, because of the wet nature of our roads. That when you check your water, you check your oil, you check your tires, you will find it safe to travel. And lastly, he also mentioned about speed limits. He said whenever you are traveling, please ensure you mind the speed limit, because the safety of your safety and that of others are in your hands. So those are the tips he gave us, and he left me with a word. Said, John, please always advise our road users